Hi Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading. I'm going to be taking a look at what's currently going on in your life and where things are heading for you through the next 7 days. I'm going to also take a look at the internal, external energies affecting your situation as well as your outcome. This is general and it may not resonate for everyone. If it does, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel as it helps me to pick up on your energy for all future reads. Now at the end of your reading, I will be pulling an oracle message for you from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck to give us some more insight, guidance, and clarification. So the time stamp of the week will be for this week of March 10th through the 16th, but when you're watching this is from now through the next 7 days of what's happening in your life. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on with you, Taurus. Ooh, I already have some blockage here. So either somebody is having some blockage over you, or you're having some things happen in your life that are creating obstacles, blockages, challenges in your life that you're ready to, hurdle over, get through. So show me what's currently happening for Taurus and now through the next 7 days where things are heading and their outcome, please. Oh yeah, well that would explain why, really. Wow, there's quite a bit of messages that came out for your outcome. Overall energy to your reading is going to be the Knight of Swords, so there's definitely a battle happening here in your reading, and through the next 7 days, I'm seeing that you're dealing with someone who's definitely a player with this King of Wands in reverse. Now, this is somebody who knows better, okay? They should be that King of Wands upright, but they're arrogant, they don't care, that's what you're getting from them is they're all about themselves and not about me, and also playing games with you, and they're too old to do that. Where things are heading for the next 7 days is the Ace of Wands. So your focus shifts to something else here. You start to become attracted to something else or someone else, but definitely there's something that pulls you in a direction like, ooh, I like that. That's shiny or that's nice. And I want to know more about this. So the energy that you're bringing to your reading over the next 7 days is the Five of Swords. And I get, Taurus, that you don't like that energy that you're bringing to your reading because that is not your demeanor. You're not this person who's negative and angry and all of that. But this person here that you're currently dealing with and all of their games, when they're too grown up to be playing these kind of games and, thinking that they've won over you, meaning like, they're with somebody else, they're being a player, they're, thinking of themselves and nobody else, but it's creating this anger within you of like, you know what, they're really pissing me off. So I understand. And now, don't poke the bull because you can get the horn, right? But you don't like being in that energy of being mad and angry and having that aggression all the time. But when somebody really pushes your buttons, they're going to find out you're not going to put up with it. So I see, what you're doing with the conflict that's going on, you're letting this person have it. Like you're not going to put up with it. So the energy that this person is bringing to your reading for the next 7 days is the Three of Wands. Well, I'm going to wait for Taurus to do something. I'm going to turn my back on Taurus. They're crazy. They're always angry. They're mad, and I'm fine. I don't know why they're upset. Of course, you have reason to be upset with this person. They are trying to make it like I didn't do anything and turn their back on the situation and not look at what part they played in this situation here. So the outcome is the Strength card, the 10 of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. There is some heartbreak when it comes to a happily ever after someone was hoping. It's disappointing, but I see you being strong through this and you know what you deserve. You're just disappointed that you've been wasting your time, or that this person wasted your time by trying to make you feel important and taking it away, or be somebody that they're not, and really underneath this facade they were a different person. And when they revealed this side of themselves as this King of Wands in reverse, it was a huge turnoff to you. So let's go ahead and start clarifying. We're going to start with this King of Wands in reverse here. Tell me more about this King of Wands in reverse with what Taurus is currently going through. So they claim to love you, but then they explore other options, and you just want honesty and the truth because you're tired of doing this, and you're disappointed, you know, like that you put your time and effort into this person. So yes, they are being that player. They use love as a form of manipulation. They explore elsewhere. And when it comes to honesty, this person won't give you that. Or they always have this blame game, Taurus, of like, you know, what happened in my past, it just really hurt, and this always happens. And, you know, they use it as like, love is never for me, but yet they try and find love with you, and then they abuse it. So that's going to be on them. So the King of Cups, that Seven of Cups, and that Justice card. You know, you do deserve someone who is that King of Cups and is honest and tells you everything. But this person is going about it the wrong way. It's more like, the reason I do this is because of this excuse. Everything becomes an excuse to them and a reason for them to do the things that they're doing. So let's go ahead and clarify that Ace of Wands of where things are heading for you through the next 7 days. You're very drawn to making more money, your stability, fixing up your place, like your home life, just having a very strong foundation. You might even meet someone who is another earth sign, such as yourself, that you would have a much better relationship with. So we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Queen of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So moving forward, I don't see you affected or fazed by this person when you're like, you know what, enough is enough, I'm done with them. You're really focused on your achievements, wanting to retire, or wanting to, you know, just focus on your stability and security within your own home life, your own foundation of what home means to you, or, you know, how you can provide for yourself. And that's what you're investing in. You're like, I know my self-worth, I know who I am, and this person just, you know, abused the right to be with me. And so you go on living your best life here. So let's go ahead and clarify that Five of Swords here for the energy you're bringing to your reading. Yeah, absolutely. You know, that energy of aggression and conflict, of constantly feeling in conflict, of like, I'm so tired of other people's games, and coming off moody or negative and carrying that energy, like I said, is not who you are. It's where someone can push you to your limits. I feel like anyone can be pushed to their limits, right? Of feeling that way. But you're tired of it. You feel like it's unhealthy for you, and it's all due to this person's lack of commitment, and that, you know, leaving them behind is going to create more of balance, harmony, and good health, good wealth for you. And that's what you're trying to focus on. But it's like, ooh, you're mad at this person, and absolutely you have every right to be. But I feel like you're also mad, like, they wasted my time more than anything. So let's go ahead and clarify that Three of Wands of the energy this person is bringing to your reading. Yeah, they're turning their back on you. They want to start over new. I'm just going to start over. There's no point in going backwards. They're closing out this chapter. Like, I don't want to go backwards. I'm going to move forwards, and you know, because this is done with Taurus and I, and they're just going to look out into the distance. But here's the thing. them waiting for those ships to come in of a brand new beginning or something better and starting over and never fixing the situations that they get caught up in where they can't commit or they abuse the love and affection of someone. It all falls apart for them. They get this karmic lesson through the tower happening of life constantly being disrupted for them every time they try and start over. Specifically with you, where they're turning their back and they're like, I'm just going to start over from the beginning. Start completely over with that Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the World card and the Three of Wands. I've learned that it's best for me to just move on. That's who I am. And then boom, their whole world is shaken up and they go through this constant karma situation of things aren't working out for them. Every time they try and start over without fixing what happened in the past, they're met with more challenges and obstacles. So it's not you, you're doing fine. So Strength card and the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Swords. Let's go ahead and clarify that in your outcome here. So you being strong enough to live your best life and attract the love you deserve through the pain that you feel actually does that. We have the Knight of Cups, the King of Wands, and the King of Swords. The Queen of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. So this could be somebody that you collaborate with on a business deal or you work together. Maybe you're a boss in a certain career and they're a boss in like a different division for the same company. Because I'm getting that for some of you. But you both have really strong work ethics, okay? But I'm seeing that through this pain, you find love that feels better, and I see that you're more focused on your work, your independence, and so are they. But this person is really about you and likes you a lot from the get-go and really wants to get to know you because you're intelligent. They feel that, you could be the one eventually, but I need to find out. And they have a plan to really get to know you more, take you out, and like, hey, we should go to lunch sometime and just, talk or whatever. And it comes off that you two will talk on a very intellectual level, a professional level here. So maybe you work together or you just like to talk about business, like this is what I do, and they tell you about what they do. But that does happen in your outcome here, is shifting away from this person who's wasted your time leads you to somebody else. And it's not like you're trying to fall into the arms of this new person, but there's someone that is more interested in getting to know you. And you really, even though the heartbreak can feel challenging to you, where you're going from this 5 of Swords to a 3 of Swords, you're like, you know what? I don't need to worry about it. I'm good. Like, it's going away. I'm not angry about it anymore because I'm moving on. I'm focusing on my happiness and that strength in your true happiness through the disappointment of this current situation is what is bringing you something better into your life here. So I like that for you. Let's go ahead and get an oracle message for Taurus, please. View from above. Get the big picture, look at everything around you, get out and explore a little bit, see the view from above. This person is traveling by, I was going to call it an air balloon, pretty much is, but you get what I'm saying. A hot air balloon. That's what it is. Yes. And so, they're seeing everything like the bigger picture. And that's what Spirit wants you to focus on. Like, focus on the bigger picture for yourself and, allow yourself to see everything's in a broad spectrum. Right? Yeah, like in a bigger picture. So in the flow, everything is smooth sailing. So there in this one, in this oracle message, again, this you know, well, I guess it's not Santa Claus, but this person is in a sled that is going over a town, so seeing everything from above and, you know, take life in, enjoy the little moments, which I feel that you are, but I feel like Spirit's just confirming you're doing the right thing, good for you. Don't let this person who didn't appreciate you bother you in any way, and I don't see that for you. I see you just getting better healing as you move forward, like, I'm good. So this is what I have for you, Taurus. If it resonates, go ahead and hit that like button. I will see you in your next reading coming up. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.